Go VNYC, you ain't never seen nothing live like these. Coming in clean, don't adjust your screen. Live and in color, the vibes all covered by us. Take the melanin and make it go public. Do it for the culture, I bet they really love it now. Ask how, we gon' tell you how it is. Our fingertips are on the fashion tip, and we got news when the music spins. And we can help you with some new fitness. Nice poetry will get your mood dismissed. A couple fine art will make your mind spark. Hold up, this the table for the people right now. This the table for who not feeling equal right now. Got the world looking through us like we see through right now. This that camera lens making people see you right now. Yeah, got a shoulder and we never starting over. The temperature's hot and getting colder, gotta hold it down. We the best, better act like you know us now. We too blessed to ever act like you slow us down. Never.
What's up, y'all? We are back, and I have with me Hannibal, also known as the Black Bean NYC. We have him repping Virginia and Brooklyn, and we're going to learn some more information about him as we go through and talk about coffee and the world of coffee, especially for Black folk. So, what is your favorite coffee bean or origin of coffee beans?
All right, how y'all doing? The Black Bean NYC. My name is Hannibal. Thank you for allowing me an opportunity in the show. Vanessa's been one of my friends from like a long time ago. I met her when I first moved to New York, when I kind of like first moved to the city. So I'm excited to even be on this platform that she's having and talk about the drink that I love. So one of my favorite origin of the coffee is Ethiopia. Honestly, that's like the first place that started coffee. Ethiopia and Yemen. That's the origin of coffee. It was a goat herder. He was actually one night herding goats, and one of his goats was really excited. He didn't really know what was going on. The goat had started to eat these red beans, and then that's how they created coffee. It's actually a sacred ritual. So they would make, once they figured out it gave the goat excitement and energy, then they started to throw it in the fire and roast it. So then they started to use that while they were herding goats, like to stay up all night. So Ethiopia and Yemen is like the first origins of coffee. That's why Ethiopia is one of my favorites, and as well as Jamaica. Also, Blue Estates, Blue Mountain Estates, that's like one of the strongest or best coffees that I've had. I actually want to go there one day and visit to try to like.
Well, you know Jamaica's the best.
Yeah, wow. Exactly.
Well,
so those are the, I guess, two, but it's coffee from everywhere around there. Usually where people are black or brown are hardworking people, black or brown people, bringing it directly to these coffee shops that they act like we can't go.
But we belong there. And
Exactly. That's why I'm here to tell everybody. That's our drink. It's ours. So go in these stuff like, but that's why the Black Bean NYC. That's kind of why I created it.
Well, tell us some more about that. No. Tell us some more about it.
I created the Black Bean NYC because I've lived in New York about like 10 years now. So one of my favorite pastimes on the weekend is going to coffee shops, like just going there and hanging out, like unwinding, whether it be like just reading a book, talking, just doing whatever. So as I lived in Brooklyn, I think I moved here around the area where it's like totally getting gentrified almost. Because when I got here, Barclays Center they were breaking ground, but then that was like, I guess, known for like, all right, this is gentrification right here. So as I go to all these coffee places, I would go like every weekend. It was just, the vibe was always off. Like, it was just like, I never saw us really in there sitting down. It would be all these like hipster, boring white people like acting like they're important and stuff like that. Just as soon as I go in there with the, the vibe how we are, they just act like pretentious, like we can't even go in there. So going to all these shops, I realized that after the pandemic, that's when I realized a bunch of these shops had closed, and I was like, I need to highlight the shops that I like to patron, that I like to go to, and highlight different black-owned shops, brown-owned shops that's like has a good vibe, has a good music, because they generally like to take our culture and then put it in those shops. Like, say they'll have like hip hop music, not even the right one. They'll have on the clothes. They'll wear, like, you go in these places, you'll see it. They'll play rap, whatever. But
Starbucks is guilty of it too.
Exactly. As you see during the summer when they arrested us just for sitting there, we're like, they never arrest white people, but the two black guys that just sat there like anybody else they called. And that was another thing. That's what always comes up to a lot of I guess a lot of businesses now that highlight it. There's like, these Starbucks, we get arrested to just even go in there, even though it's us working like for the coffee to even get there to that place right there.
And in the stores and selling it as
exactly. So yeah, we're in there selling it, making it get there. They just put it in the shops and act like, oh yeah, y'all can't, really So that's why people like me are important to tell you that coffee is one of our things that we're taking back. Like, so when you see a black-owned shop, brown-owned shop, you should support it because it doesn't represent gentrification. When you see it, it should represent we're giving back to the community. We're like actually helping for the neighborhood. And moving to Brooklyn, that's why I see that's one of my goals, to get back to the city that I moved to. Therefore, like supporting stuff like that and giving back to the community in ways of, that's one way, and coffee is a vehicle for that. So it's not, of course you get the best coffee when we got the most fire. Black Bean always got the best coffee, but we want to highlight that as well.
And it's big that you mentioned like just reclaiming it and making it back something within conversations with us and businesses and coffee shops. And I think that's something that's really, really big. I
feel like black-owned businesses is a way to create generational wealth. So therefore, I mean, there's so many things in the system like against us that's to set us back, but this is one way, I guess, you can kind of reclaim something that's yours and then try to generate it to create generational wealth for you and your family, and then create it for generations to come. Therefore, to set us up for better in the future.
I think something that's been coming up a lot too is just like bridging connections, like whether it's through states, because of coffee. Like you've been exchanging a lot of mail.
Even since I started my page, I've been getting like a lot of support from people in like LA, like Atlanta. Like it's a heavy black coffee community that's really up right now. And these big coffee companies, they're like washed. They're like dry and washed. They have no culture. They know where to get it. They have the money, whatever, because they already have the resources. Because they're white, whatever. People just get them stuff. But we actually are putting in the work, like forming community conversations around all that. So that's where we're headed right now. And then a lot of it did start in the pandemic because everyone's sitting at home. Because a lot of people in the coffee industry are not even coffee people. It's like people that had businesses before. They had like a tax business. They had like different things, and then now they're like figuring out different ways that us as black people can find a way outcome. And it's just like it's a cool culture that we should be involved with, like
especially far more than we are. Because a lot of people drink coffee, but it's not like a coffee culture. Yeah, necessarily.
Exactly.
Well, show us some stuff. Like, what do you have here?
All right, so I'm gonna make you some. We have black and white coffee roasters right here.
Dope.
This is the black-owned brand. Of course, I generally only use black and brown brands.
That's how we do
so
it.
we either got a Colombian one or black and white roasters. Right now, I'm got you the black and white roasters. This is a Colombian orchard lychee juicy pear. Should be the flavor for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna prepare it for you. I have the Chemex. This is one of my favorite ways to make coffee. It's like a scientific beaker. Okay. So gonna make some.
Do it. I didn't even know they came in flavors like that. Let me see real quick. What is that? Orchard, lychee, juicy pear.
So first.
Okay, so roast light.
Get the Chemex paper. This is the filter that we use for the Chemex. It's usually you gotta buy separately to go with these, but these are good, perfectly bonded filters for here. So when you see the Chemex filter, it comes like this. Looks like a little circle. Fold the circle like this, and then you fold 3 sides. These 3 sides go forward. Okay. So you put these always on the front side of it, facing this one, facing the opening.
Okay. This is insane.
So I always keep the scale because you want to know how much water you put in here versus the ratio of coffee.
Okay. How did you even learn all this stuff?
A lot of research, a lot of YouTube, a lot of reading, a lot of like interest in coffee. I feel like I already had the interest in coffee for like going to shops, but now after I really started researching, now I'm going deep into the like the flavors, the profile, the how much water to put in, like really getting into it, and then also using it as a using it as a vehicle for conversation.
That's real. That's real.
And eventually own brand, all that stuff. So eventually one of these is gonna be Black Bean, NYC. You're gonna see one of these, and then boom, own pop-up shops, all that stuff, and then all in the community. So the anti-gentrification coffee
is you. That's real shit. I like that. The Black Bean, NYC.
Nah, yeah, we
buy it here.
Okay, exactly. So I make sure the water's 200 and usually over 200, but 203 degrees right now.
All right.
And what you want to do first, you wet the filter. You wet the filter to get all the chemical paper flavor out. So you wet it, and then let it get the chemics wet. And what that does is clear out the paper flavors from the filter, and then it preheats the glass. So therefore, it's already tempered with the heat. So you do that around so that it's already warm.
This looks like science.
Boom, you got a clean filter.
So
now I already have a pre-measured amount of grounds. Usually you want to grind it up. You want to do that to keep the consistency. So if you use 35 grams, you want to keep doing that to see how you get the different flavor profiles. So that's why you measure it, grind it, all that, instead of just throwing any amount in there, so you don't never know how much you put in there. So you'll have one trash cup of coffee and one good cup of coffee. You'd be like, what made it make that trash? I don't know, because I didn't measure. I don't know. I got trash coffee. Exactly. That's why you got Black Bean to let you know.
That's real.
So I pre-ground the grinds on a medium coarse setting. So that's always good for the Chemex. But I mean, you can always mess with it to see, experiment.
This looks like a lot of experimentation. Like,
oh yeah. This is part of it why I love. Like this is why I like it, putting stuff together, doing all that. Yeah, exactly. That's part of it that I like.
Let's see, pour all the good stuff in there.
Exactly. So now we have the. All right.
That's a fancy ass kettle, by the way.
Keeps the water hot, and so we're always gonna time it as well.
Okay. How long do we typically time it for? Like, what's the goal?
Usually, I like to have a good cup of coffee in about 2.5, 3 minutes.
Okay.
But then it's important at time to know how much the water to put in there.
Dope. Let's go. I'm excited. And
so we start the timer. Then you want to.
What's that about?
Like slow rotating circles to get off all of the coffee grounds wet.
Oh, okay.
So you get it slowly so that you get. So we're gonna do 100. We do that first, and then we're gonna wait the timer to about a minute and 42 seconds. And that's for the coffee to get let the hot water get around here. And if you look at the top, it's called bloom. So you see those little things at the top there? That's what's called blooming. That's an acid escaping from the coffee and then releasing. So that's when you see those bubbles up there. That's the hot water. That's what that does. So then the 1 minute is giving letting it drip. That's why I like it. And then this is why the Chemex, it provides a really nice flavor because it's like a deeper type.
No, this is insane. It smells really, really good. Definitely aromatic.
Of course.
I don't ever like coffee like that, but this smells really, really fucking good.
And then it's always a process too. I never like to rush.
You can't rush
time
it.
consuming
You can't
and stuff
rush
like that. Sometimes it's not like but they do have good brands. They do have good black brands that have K cups.
Okay.
Which you could
just
do real quick. Yeah, I put one of those on my page. Mama's Brew. Shout out there.
What do you think is the larger difference in it? Is you think besides it's easy, like the K cups compared to doing this whole chemist process?
The K cups just are really quick. You can get specialty coffee in there, just like the one you close. That's like if you have at work, different things where you're not trying to do all this. Like it's like an everyday on the go.
So quick.
And you just have to get a good quality K cup. You can't get trash K cup. You got to be good.
You got to get the brand that you just mentioned.
Exactly. You got to get Mama's Brew.
There we go.
You already know black owned brands. That's all we support.
That's how we do it.
So now we're going to 1 minute and 42 seconds, 43.
All right.
So we're gonna start with the second. Cool. So I'm gonna let that get to 200.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna wait till that goes down.
Dope.
Eventually, I'm trying to get to about 300 grams. So the last pour is gonna be 100 grams straight down.
And this supposed it's really the circle and the circle down the straight.
And also, it has been forming a lot of conversation. People just want to hear about people's black experience in the coffee industry. And now I'm getting more into writing about it as well. I'm getting into a lot more deep into it, but it's being used as a vehicle for a lot more than just it's not just coffee. It's like gentrification. It's stolen goods from a land of people like our people that's being used to make billions, because coffee is the second consume thing besides water. Just think about that.
See, I didn't even know that. I wouldn't have thought coffee. Maybe I love a tea. Maybe
Second,
coffee.
besides water, is coffee.
Damn.
And these people are making billions, and we're
We can't use the bathroom in their establishments
before they call the police on us.
Crazy.
If you think about it, exactly. So that's why I'm here to keep pointing it out. And then if I see a shop that I feel like that,
let them know it's done.
Exactly.
It's done. Nah, I feel you.
I don't want to just see Breonna Taylor pictures in the thing and no black people working there. We're not
and
doing
also
that.
only for the season.
Or in the
cool.
Exactly, because y'all appeased us in June because of the riots and all that, but we're not gonna see this and then y'all don't hire no people in there. We're not working there. Y'all not training any baristas. We're not getting in the industry.
Nothing.
Y'all not having any black brands. We're not like.
We're not doing that.
Exactly.
That's a dub.
So I'm gonna do that last 100.
All right.
I'm gonna go around and then do a middle pour for the rest. Just keep it consistent. I want a little over, but 310.
You know something.
Yeah. That gets to be a little more, but then this goes cool.
It's fine. No biggie.
Perfect.
It's gonna be amazing.
I usually drink it black, but for you,
Yep.
and Big 3 over here,
All right.
I'm gonna get a little bit of we got a little bit of dry creamer and just a little bit of sugar, you know.
Dope. It's gonna be good.
Anti-gentrified sugar. That's not like we ain't hide it like that's a real like
We don't do that over here.
Nah. Black bean.
Nah. I never knew it was such like a process to even like get all this together just to have like a really good cup of coffee. Like you could get some like trash stuff, but this is like significantly impressive.
So this average like gonna be a 430. Yeah, this
No,
430, but we're gonna get the good flavor.
Not a good one. I mean it's 308, so yeah. Right. And we just wait for the last.
And then I got these beautiful coffee mugs.
Oh, we hope you like those.
So,
Got little gifty gifts.
I already know. It's gonna be mad on my content showing that.
As you should.
I already know.
You know, we the best out here. You know,
Exactly.
best thing on late night. So.
And you gave me the one I was talking about.
Had to. The Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain. Devin's house.
Bro, y'all don't even
Jamaica.
understand. Like, y'all don't know. They don't know. They drinking trash out here. Y'all drinking them white shops. Like, we
don't do that.
Yeah, y'all drinking that. We're drinking
don't
here.
do that
We're
over
drinking
there.
that. Like, yeah, y'all.
We gotta step it up.
We're getting the flavors out of it. Yeah. And the thing is, like, they try to taste the coffee and say all their flavor palettes, but we have like Zach was saying, we have our own flavor palette, so our coffee is different from theirs.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna tell you how it really tastes or whatever. Like when they usually talk the flavor of their coffee, they're talking from their white palettes or whatever. We our own palettes, our own
we have
type of thing.
flavorful palettes.
Exactly. So we have whole different like y'all drinking there.
They drinking that trash. We don't drink
Facts.
that. We don't do that over here.
Alright, so after that, take the filter out. You don't need this no more. That's done.
It's also not even a lot of drip at all.
This is all in here.
Put you at the Richmond cups, we have the BNYC
Oh yeah,
cups.
of course. Sure. You already know. Represent
VA all day.
You already know. I love my hometown. I miss it. Shout out to everybody in Richmond. Shout out to Brooklyn. It's my adopted home. You know, Brooklyn love me too. Just somebody, Brooklyn love me, Richmond love me.
We all love you. That's it.
Alright, so just shake it around a little bit. Let the flavors get around there. Don't let it sit like that.
I might put some Hennessy like really good too, actually.
Oh no, it's a brand that's coffee and whiskey that I'm gonna shout out later. That y'all just need to stay tuned to the Black Bean NYC to realize.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a black-owned brand that they do coffee beans in whiskey barrels and infuse it with like coffee and whiskey.
Insane. You gotta try that next.
Black-owned brand too.
Got to.
CBD
Like
coffee, you got whiskey coffee, you got
everything. I ain't messing with. So is that sugar or is it the creamer?
that's a creamer.
Creamer.
More creamer.
Drop some of that in. Yeah.
How many things of sugar?
I don't know. Something's weird. We're not gonna tell my doctor or my dad. Alright. Let me see what this is about. Thank you. And what kind of coffee? This was the fancy one, right?
Yes, this is a black and white coffee roaster. This is a lychee flavor.
Alright.
Got that today. Sometimes coffee you gotta drink a
that's
lot.
really good.
Coffee you gotta drink a lot
Really,
to start
really
to get
good.
the flavor. Like,
No, this
after
is
a while,
like instant.
After a while, you'll start to get taste more of the flavor profile and something like that. But sometimes it's like
This
takes
is
a while to get.
amazing. Amazing. How can they find you on Instagram and everything?
If you're looking for more updates, we have a lot in store coming up. You go to the Black Bean NYC. You can also check out. I wrote a feature that was in Coffee People, the last issue in issue 11. You can catch your boy on. And this is just a good coffee magazine about coffee culture. Support different black and brown creators or whatever. So on page 95.
Shout out to them.
It's been there. So this is me sharpening different my writing skills, talking about it. Like different going to coffee shops. So if you come to NYC, Brooklyn, whatever, you to know all the shops, cool coffee shop that you should be going to or own.
You need to be part of that. That's big. That's super big. I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this as well. I appreciate it. You were everything.
Thanks, BNYC, for having me.
Of course.
Welcome to VNYC. It's your co-host 3. Got my boy Zach in the building from Creamy World Tour. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, boss?
How you doing, man?
All right, welcome to another COVID episode. We're gonna get straight into this interview. So, Zach, why ice cream?
Why ice cream? I actually got my first beating in the ice cream shop.
Get your first beating?
My first beating.
What?
Mom bust my ass at Takes the Traffics.
Why?
I wanted to put my my ice cream in a cone. It was dripping on my hand. I was squeezing the cone tight, dripping on my hand.
Was it a waffle cone?
The waffle cone. You know? So you know, it was breaking in my hand or whatever, and she tried to put it in the cup, and I saw wow. Yeah, you know, Jamaican mom, so she wasn't having that. You know what I mean? So,
all right, what type of ice cream was it? What's your favorite ice cream?
Oh, my favorite ice cream is it's mixed. I can't really choose, but if I had to choose, it's between pralines and cream and grape nut.
Grape nut is fire. I'm not gonna lie. Probably a very underestimated flavor. I have that in as well.
You already know.
Why?
Man, my grape nut. It reminded me of my childhood a lot. The graininess and the vanilla ice cream together is, it's a great combination. Like I'm a kind of ice cream dude that likes clusters as much as I like the cream, and I like the combination between the two. So
I like cookies and cream myself, so I can understand.
Yeah,
Alright. When did you realize that you loved ice cream more than the rest of us? Us regular folk.
If I had to like go back in time, back in high school, every day after school we would go to Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins. And hang out there for about 3 hours, and I would always get 3 scoops of ice cream.
That was your favorite hangout spot? With the car go, Baskin Robbins inside?
Go get the Baskin Robbins, 3 scoops, big waffle cone, and I'll eat it. While everybody eating donuts, chopping it up. But I always have ice cream.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us about the Creamy World Tour. What is that about?
Oh, so Creamy World Tour, this is a lifestyle brand. Basically, with ice cream being the focus. I started it in 2020, as a matter of fact, and just a blog about, blogging about ice cream, music, and just the whole culture around ice cream. And I kind of want to highlight a lot of the blackness that's in ice cream. You already know. It's underrated, and I kind of want to bring that to the forefront. And there's ice cream everything, ice cream movies, ice cream music, right? And I just want to highlight that.
I think that's, not to cut you off, but I think that's actually a good point. Like sometimes ice cream is incorporated in different things, and sometimes it means different things. Like sometimes you'll see people in a movie go on an ice cream day instead of the average like dinner day or something like that. So I think that's a good point. It does have a big culture. Why connect the criminal social justice system with the Creamy World Tour?
All right, so over the summer I started something called Cream Dream, which is a bike tour to different ice cream shops all over the city. And the reason why I started it was because I'm also a teacher during the daytime, and teaching my students, everything was remote. I was actually seeing how sad they were in the house, so I just wanted to do something for them to, get them outside, have fun. And I started the bike tours to, raise money to get them bikes, and I wanted to make an actual fundraiser that was fun. I ain't want to do something.
That's actually a cool slogan right there. Fundraiser that's fun.
Yeah, put the fun in fundraising.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got bike tours. We did a bike tour. I got all my friends together. We go to different ice cream shops all over the city. Black-owned ice cream shops. All black-owned ice cream shops. Rode there, raised money. And we started delivering the bikes actually last week. So we expect that mini drop in the next week or so.
Shit. Haagen-Dazs is out, Brian's is out, Ben and Jerry's is out. So if y'all see me eating any brand ice cream that's not black owned, please call me out on it. Sidebar. That's tough.
Yeah.
What are the different methods of making ice cream?
So you have the Philadelphia style and you got the French style.
It's Philadelphia.
So the Philadelphia style is straight milk based. It's a milk custard with vanilla, sugar. All right, it's more chewier than the French style, which is an egg based custard.
So it's like Philadelphia style, like what they would put in the machines.
You'll see that's like more of like a soft serve, but you will see a Philadelphia style in those too. They have egg soft serve as well, but
like slow churn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's extra buttery, like French vanilla.
You're not a fan of that?
No, you know what? I like French vanilla, but sometimes if there's nothing in the ice cream, like if there's not like a cookie or a chocolate, I don't want chewy ice cream. You know, like I want something kind of like smooth. Yeah, that's it. Like something nice and rich. Yeah. You know. What's something that people don't necessarily include in ice cream, like fruit or vegetables?
I don't see a lot of Caribbean flavors. So one thing that I want to do myself, if it's not out here already, is Guinness. Like, I never seen nobody do a Guinness ice cream. Never seen nobody do like those kind of things yet. Like, those secret fruits in the Caribbean that nobody really knows. And I feel like we have a big palate, like, black people, when it comes to food.
Especially Caribbeans. We also have a lot of food. So we might be at like herb right now.
Because we taste a bunch of stuff from young, you know what I mean?
That's real.
Traveling back home, with our grandparents, whatever we're doing. Coming back here, we having food in America. So we have a wide range of tastes and flavors.
Like tamarind also.
Yeah, tamarind. Yeah.
That's shit. How can people get in contact with you?
You can add the Instagram Creamy World Tour. Email creamyworldtour@gmail.com for any updates on what we're doing. That's where I'm going to be posting everything. We're making a TikTok soon, but yeah. Yeah, man.
All right, good to see you.
Good looking, man. Thank you.
All right, so what's up, y'all? Welcome back. We're here with the sesh. We got Zach. We got Hannibal with us. Of course, we got 3. We're going to talk a little bit of shit. We're going to be so honest about some real things. It's been a lot going on. And we're going to start it off with Trump, Biden, Kamala, the Proud Boys, all of it. How y'all even feeling about this shit?
Don't shut the White House per usual.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Change. Well, yeah, the thing about Trump, I feel like actually the quote unquote insurrection, they got somebody killed in 2016, like in Charlottesville. So they've been murdered somebody. Should have been on the terrorist watch list. He just kept hyping them up because that's his people. You know what I mean? His dad, he's Klan. He's a white supremacist, at heart or whatever. So therefore, it's not the first time they killed somebody. So they should have been on watch list, whatever, all that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah. So they've been killing somebody before, but
they've been on it.
They rocked them up until they finally ran up in there.
But white supremacy is it's the root in this country. You know what I mean? It's really a part of it. You know what I mean? We the ones over here, our ancestors too, but we the ones really trying to push back against that shit. You know what I mean? So this has been America from day one.
I do think it's crazy that he's wanted in another country for murder like that. I forgot what country it is. It could be Lebanon or something like that. But their leader got killed in a bombing, and now they Trump wanted in their country for murder. It's crazy.
You know what? He don't give a fuck.
No, he don't.
He's never gonna put pot down. He don't care.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the whole Kamala situation is I'm kind of glad that they have somebody of color in the White House, but I don't know if it's just they're just selling us a dream. Let me get a person of color real quick so shit doesn't turn south. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on right now, they're saving grace to putting somebody black in the White House.
I feel we have
everybody. that was like a breath of fresh air for everybody, and it's also a black woman that they're dragging into the bullshit. So it's just like it kind of sucks if that's what they're doing. But if not, kudos, Kamala Harris, tear it up, do your thing, black girl magic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what you gonna say?
Yeah, shout out to her, but I feel like the fact that we have her in there, they can't keep highlighting her like Indian side, whatever. I hope that like now that she's in there, we have to get like actual tangible items for the black agenda. Like, don't just come in there and be like, put up a sign, whatever. Like, cause she did get, she was the one that got a lot of people like her record in Cali as a judge or whatever. So that's why we were wary of it. But then, we still support black women at all costs. So therefore, they kind of like, it was between her or white supremacists, like whatever. So no one really had a choice.
You guys are marketing too, man.
I think it's important that that she's in there. Because she do represent a voice. You know what I mean? But I also want people to understand the work ain't done. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You gotta stay
in
on
office.
it.
Yeah, you still use Twitter. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. I feel like Trump changed the way presidents are able to engage with the general public.
Yeah.
So we was able to complain. We was able to use our voice on social media. You know what I mean? So we shouldn't stop. Just because he out of office don't mean the same things we was pressing when he was in there, the same things we pressing now. You know what I mean? It helps that it's a black woman in there. You know what I mean? Because she could probably understand a little bit better. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is still America. You know what I mean? So
that's a good point, though. I think the exclusivity that we used to have to the president is finished now, and I do think that's crazy.
Gone, right? And even with Kamala in, right? It's I don't know how much I can trust her, right? So it's great that we have a black woman, right? I appreciate
a black woman,
that.
by the way.
Wait, but also I'm confused about her, and this is no shade, no foul, right? But I'm confused also about her blackness. I feel like before she was Kamala Harris running for VP, we were is she Indian? Is she black? Is she Jamaican? And maybe she's a mix of everything, right? But I just feel I don't know enough about her, and I'm always afraid for her to be the black woman savior. When all the shit go down and burn in hell, I don't want to be it's Kamala.
Whatever happens on this, they're not gonna say nothing about Joe Biden.
And she's not running it. Exactly. And he's the president.
Joe will do whatever. Because he old and white. Old white dudes do whatever. You already know.
And that's what
and there's only so much power she has.
How many sexual assaults? 20 something? He don't care. He's sitting there, I grab him. No, for real. Facts. And then he's still and then they still both and they love him. So old white dudes do whatever. And then you're right. They're gonna whatever happens now. They're gonna start calling her stuff. The memes. Twitter. They're gonna start getting extra.
I didn't even give her the vote that she deserved.
They're not even gonna play on her Indian side or Chinese side. They're just gonna go straight on the black racism. They're not gonna show.
That's what she's gonna really
They're not gonna show racism on any other side. You gotta think about that because she calls herself. She's Indian, whatever. But when they talk about racism, they're just gonna talk about that black stuff. They don't say the Indian. Just think about that. Whenever
that's what it's gonna come out.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. They use that as a selling point, and then if she does go sour,
you already know.
So that's my concern. And I can just be protective of our blackness and our black womanness. But that's just kind of my concern about it.
Well,
she can get the blame.
Speaking of blackness, what do you guys think about Conor McGregor and his antics? I feel honestly, you know what it is? As a black male, I grew up on black sports, right? And I think the craziest thing I might have came across in black media might have been Isaiah Thomas and Latrell Sprewell or Iverson not coming to practice or something like that.
Shout out to
shout out to
Iverson. Was that nigga?
Yeah, he was
icon.
But it's nothing like Conor McGregor got drunk in the garden and was and threw the seat he threw a chair at the bus.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? He's always lashing out on social media. I think it's crazy what he gets away with. And LeBron James, as clean of a slate he has in the media, he could not.
The white lady talking about fight you.
Yeah, he couldn't
shut up and play ball.
Yeah, he can never get away with nothing. But you know what? That's not the first time because it was a big thing last year in the media when some news analyst or something like that told LeBron them to shut up and dribble when they were protesting against all the black injustices that was going on last year. So I think it's crazy. None of our athletes, as much as good as we do, can never get away with nothing like that. It's crazy.
No. He's flagrant.
Yeah, and he's and honestly, at one point, he was the face of MMA. He was the face of UFC.
I think the
Isn't he
first
getting
thing so
washed
right
now,
that
though? Didn't he lose?
He's losing everything.
He's washed now, though.
You fight.
I feel
He's also alcoholic.
I'm about to get
Irish
fucking drunk all the time.
Yeah, so eventually all the antics now he gonna.
I think he's also doing anything for money.
Yeah, so
well.
I feel like he used to do the antics before a fight or just to do that hype shit, but now it's like
I
I said, the antics never match up with the skills. Always have to match, like be better than the antics. So
Yeah,
the
right
antics will
now-
always be like there. But then
That's
if the
not
skill doesn't match up, you still gonna
No.
you can do all the antics you want,
Yeah.
whatever.
Even
But he
Floyd.
getting away with it.
Like Floyd gets chastised, and all he really does is spend his own fucking money.
Mhm.
To be honest, like he gets
Yeah.
he gets chastised for spending his own money. He has a lot of money. He's too arrogant. He's too this. He's too that. Why? Because he just
You
how
see,
he
he got
just
I think
grandson
we'll see him
now,
roll it out.
See, he got the grandson, the Rolex.
On the
Yo,
way.
but you know
You
what?
know,
That's what,
his grandson got a Rolex.
yeah, no, you see that? He had the little grandson. He
I
took a
think
baby.
that's why.
I saw the
McGregor's
baby
broke.
thing. I was like,
McGregor's broke.
yeah, I was like, wow. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he is.
McGregor's broke.
Because a lot of times those guys gamble. He probably spend a lot of money. He owes more, whatever it is. But
He broke.
Yo, you know what it is? People you can't call somebody arrogant and like because of the way they spend their money or the way that they show that they have their money. Because I feel like people, for example, white people show their way of having money by calling the cops on us. That's it. That's one way of them showing that they got bread. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah, like, so if that's the way he chooses to show his money, fuck it. Let him show his cars off and his jewelry off. Like, it could be worse.
I
But
feel
in
like
the same instance, and that's what McGregor's doing.
No, getting drunk and throwing chairs.
Well,
chairs.
no. So he does all that shit, right? Like he is completely on sportsmanship. He's all those different things, right? I'm not disregarding that. But when he shows off his stuff and his little flashy jackets and he kisses his cars and things that he thinks impresses us, isn't that like similar to Floyd anyway?
Yeah.
I think it's similar, but I think it doesn't translate because nobody that likes McGregor looks for those kind of things.
But question: how many
Like-
fights has McGregor won versus Floyd? Like,
Probably not
whatever?
even half.
Probably not.
Okay, so that's what I mean. Like,
Like,
so,
like,
he
he
doesn't even
dominated
have
for a
the
little
like,
bit, and that was
like he
it.
doesn't even have the winning record
Like he
to be
flashes,
doing that. Like,
flashes
that's what I
privilege.
mean. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you
Exactly.
outside
He just
acting crazy and drunk all the time, you flashing your privilege.
yeah. He's
I
not
think-
even a winner like
I
that.
think one of the main things with that is that when Mayweather did it, they made it seem like it was the worst thing in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
And completely
and-
unacceptable.
And the thing is, that's been boxing. That's how boxing has been marketed
Always.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Ali, that's how they marketed them. So Tyson, that's
They're
how
all
they sold
flashy.
it. All flashy. That's,
That's
part
part
of
of it.
how
That's
they
like
sell
it's
it.
like
That's how they sell
competition.
that
That's
fight.
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when to see Conor McGregor do it and take it to extreme and like nobody said anything, it's like, oh, he's a badass. Instead of saying like, nah, you doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how
that's
they
what
do
MMA
that.
is like that. I can't think of anybody
Yeah.
else from
And that's-
MMA that's
yeah.
like
And that's the thing, like with MMA, I'll give them the grief that like tail of the tape, like when they do weigh-ins, they like talk shit and they taunt each other. I'll give them the
That's
taunting,
true.
but like the flash lifestyle, not so much.
Not in MMA, right?
Yeah.
That's more
Not in
like
UFC,
boxing.
not so
Would-
much.
Would you say that's because they, I guess, come from like a karate background, so they're more disciplined? Like they, you know what I mean?
No, to be honest, I feel like boxing is America's karate. It's just because you have American fighters that are just as disciplined, that are just as militant as any other style of fighting. What I will say is that because UFC is mixed, so it's not even that fighting style. It's just people's total different beliefs. A lot of those people are immigrants, so a lot of their beliefs.
different whole
So
different.
it's not even about the fight style. It's like where a lot of those people come from. Like a lot of those people do come from third world countries, and a lot of them are poor. You know, and on top of that, it's not like UFC is a big money sport.
Yeah.
It just became that. It's like the NFL. It's a few select people who make a lot of money, and that's it. Like boxing,
Yeah,
everybody
in
got
MMA,
yeah,
you
everybody
get
got a
cracked,
little bit of
you
chicken now.
and you're like likely to get CTE. So
Yeah,
you putting like
boxing.
Yeah.
for
like-
like no
like
money.
4
Like
years
yeah,
ago,
bro.
nobody knew who Javante Davis was. You get 4 HBO fights, you that nigga. You get 2 HBO fights in 1 year, and you off.
Yeah.
That's all you need is 2 years back to back. You get two HBO fights in 2019, 2 HBO fights in 2020. D-man.
Yeah.
That's it. You got you a check. Ice, Rolls Royce truck, mansion in the hills.
And already.
You,
Yeah.
and you living like, you feel what I'm
Can't be
saying?
doing nothing else.
It's a little bit different in MMA. You don't know a lot of MMA fighters
I
that
don't know
live like
none,
that.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't keep up with
Mm-mm.
boxing and
Yeah,
MMA.
they-
Nah, I'll watch more of a boxing fight than I do MMA. So I don't know no MMA
There's
people,
not-
but I know
like-
I like more boxers.
There's
Unless
a-
you follow it specifically
Yeah.
or something.
There's like a couple like popular MMA fighters, like
Oh,
the
John
guy who
Jones.
calls himself like John Jones.
Yeah.
There's a guy who calls himself like the Style Bender. He's a
Yeah.
boxing guy with the fade. He's
Yeah.
always dancing.
Adesanya.
But I know big boxers. Like what's the dude from London? What's the dude like?
Anything Joshua?
Yeah, I know people like that, like those boxers or whatever.
Mhm.
Like
And that's the thing,
they're
like
big. Like,
boxing, it's a lot of it came with the lifestyle because it also had close it had a close relationship with the hip hop community and stuff like that, like Hollywood.
Yeah,
So
I
it
remember
makes
like
sense.
watching the old Mike Tyson stuff
Yeah,
and
like,
all that, like whatever.
It makes sense.
Muhammad
Like
Ali.
UFC didn't always have that coming out to little.
Yeah, I didn't know
shit like
nothing
that.
about
That
like
wasn't-
boxing, but I knew Muhammad Ali. Like I knew what he did, like how great he was, like you know
And
stuff
the
like
shit
that. Like
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The background on my phone is Muhammad Ali when he beat
Even Drake
Joe
Joe
pictures
Frazier.
and
Whatever.
stuff
It's just
like
like
that.
I kind like you know just like I don't know, and that's boxing. So I'm like that's I guess entrenched more than like
Yeah.
so I.
It's
You know,
part
music
it's part of the
culture.
lifestyle. At UFC,
what it
it
is.
isn't like that, and they also a lot of them are not known to have.
And the
that.
same, the guy that beat the first guy that they made it was really racist. It was Jack Johnson. They started to be racist because he, or the first boxer he beat,
Didn't he also invent the monkey wrench?
I forgot what it was. Yeah, they
Yeah.
named it after him
They
because
named
he
it,
beat it.
yeah.
Yeah, he
They
beat
call him a monkey.
one
They
white
call him a monkey
dude or
wrench.
whatever. They
I
started
think
calling
that's
him.
it.
It was before,
That's
like,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And they made that girl, what do you call it? The King Kong was after him because he had the white girl, and they made the big black
I
dude.
knew it
all
was
that
some
stuff.
racist.
Yeah.
I
No,
knew
it was.
I knew
They
it.
made the King Kong when he was
Yeah.
when he beat the white dude. He had the
Yeah.
cars. He's fancy. Like back in the.
I knew it.
Is
Yeah.
it Jack Johnson?
I think
You the historian.
You know,
You
I-
gotta tell me.
you know, I
No, he
think-
knows.
I
You
think
gotta
it's
fact
okay.
check it. Like,
I think that's what it is.
yeah, like something
That's
like that. But.
I knew it. I knew it.
So it always started from some because we was beating their ass, and then they can't like she's like, oh, we gotta start being racist.
Once they had
again,
something
like,
big and black
yeah.
with a little white girl. I
No,
knew
that's where that come from, like grabbing her and stuff. That movie started to be popular when he was winning and stuff like
But
that. Like, and he had a white girl.
Anytime
whatever.
we great and we show our blackness, like they hate that.
Absolutely.
We gotta get, like, we just discussed Allen Iverson, like super black, super like yo,
Oh,
all the
you
ghetto
know,
aesthetics.
yeah, no
Culture
slander, no slander.
shift.
Oh, they
Culture
tried to
shift.
arrest him before
You know what I mean?
he got. Yeah, I know.
He wasn't supposed to make it. Like yo,
Yeah.
he's in the NBA, doing what he do, dress how we
They
dress.
had the
You know what I mean?
cornrows
And they all
they was hating.
finding
Like,
him.
yeah, when he had the
They changed the whole
tattoos,
dress
yeah, no
policy.
one
They
had
hated
that.
that.
I forgot he
You know
did
what I
bring that. Like,
Yeah.
that stuff.
People a lot of
They were
Yeah.
tight to him. Like,
Yeah, All-Star game. He used to be.
it was mad. Yeah, finding him for nothing. Like,
the stands,
like
you know,
nah,
that's
take
why
the
they started-
braids out.
Yeah.
Why you get the braids? You got too many styles in there. Hold on, fine.
They
They
started,
just hated.
They started making the NBA players, started finding NBA players for now wearing suits at
Yeah.
All-Star game.
That
They,
jewelry,
that's
they-
crazy.
they-
They just hate. But then later on, now you see that's like the norm. That's
Yeah,
like the,
that was the norm,
That's
but
what
now it's
happens.
that's
they
the thing.
get you
like,
first, then make
yeah.
it the norm.
But they know they can't hide that culture forever. You know what I'm saying? They can try like,
They're like, shut up.
Yeah.
They
They
try to
never
deny
shut it
it.
down.
Yeah.
Like, never.
and now it's cool. Now they want you like,
Like,
yeah,
why
I'll
you
show
not
that.
gotten
Word.
tattoos? Like, yeah, if you probably
Yeah.
clean, they're probably your agent. But
Yeah.
get some
Yeah,
tattoos.
get some tattoos,
Yeah,
facts.
why
Oh,
not?
God.
No, they probably make it. It's for the image. See, now they probably want you to do it. You're
That's a
right.
fact,
Like,
yeah.
they really go from that. They're like, if you don't have it now, your agent.
I can't. You was mentioning All-Star Weekend, right? So that makes us talk about like travel, COVID, all that good stuff. What y'all think about that? Like, are y'all still traveling? Do y'all still want to restaurants? Like, what y'all really feel about this whole COVID ban, all that good shit?
My thing is, this thing is here. I don't know. I guess it's here to stay. Be as safe as you could be. You know what I mean? But like, this thing is here to stay. It's not more that you could really do. You know what I mean? I remember this time last year, we didn't even know anything.
Yeah,
We barely know
nobody
anything
was
now,
in
you
it.
know
It's
what I'm saying?
better than it was
You know?
a year ago.
Yeah,
whatever,
like, do the best you can do.
Mhm,
Like,
they-
I'm not saying go party and
But be
fight,
safe.
you
Just
know?
have precautions.
Yeah, just
That's
have
how I
precautions.
feel.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, you do have to live your life. People can't stay in one place. You have to
Yeah.
travel, whatever, but be safe. I mean, believe in science. That's what I mean. Like, don't think of whatever theories you read on.
Yeah.
I saw this shit on
Stop
YouTube.
yeah.
They say if I don't wear a mask,
Read scholarly articles.
yes, that's
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, read
Use Google
really
Scholar and
information.
read
Like,
stuff.
do
And
whatever
know
it
what the
is.
fuck
Like,
is
yeah,
facts.
don't just be like, I saw somebody told me. Nah, like, real information protect you and your family, all that stuff.
I
So
feel like the traveling laws make it hard to believe in it. Like, I hate to be like a conspiracy theorist type of dude,
go
but
ahead,
like, I feel like because in certain places they take it more serious than others, I feel like it's not that it's not real and people haven't got hurt. I don't want to offend anybody, but I feel like it makes it hard to believe because it's just like if it was something like AIDS or something like that, like everybody would be taking precaution. Or if it was like your fucking body could just turn to lava, you know what I'm saying? Everybody would be home at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Like it's just crazy to see. I guess people going about it the way it
the
is.
Super Bowl concerts. and
Yeah,
stuff
like,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
they have
somebody-
it. They do it when it's official, when you get money. Like
And
they have an event.
and
So,
that's
like,
what I'm
I
saying.
can I was tripping on that because I don't keep up with football or whatever. But then I was like, they having a football and they had the I was like, what?
The full Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at that. I was like, That's like they having people go there, and they're like, oh, they had people
But
there.
you gotta
and
think
stuff,
about it. Super Bowl's a place where people make $6
That mean
million
they didn't care,
for 30
but it's
seconds.
still just as dangerous
Right.
as it is. Like,
Yeah.
That's the thing too.
People don't take it serious until like someone close to them has it, or like
Yeah,
something
no
like
one,
happens,
nobody
and that's
cares.
when it's like real.
Yeah,
Before
exactly.
that, it's just like this thing that we can't see that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
until
It
they
doesn't
get
make me
that.
feel good about anything. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Shit, I know it's real. A couple of my family members got that shit, but they're okay now. You know, what I'm saying?
No,
But they
that's
got
good.
it.
God
Like
bless.
even my brother, I'm gonna tell you how my brother knew he couldn't taste. He was smoking.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I can't taste. I was like, bro, you wild. I was like, you got that Corona? I was
Why you sound like
nah, I
that?
swear. I was like, yo, you got that. And
Yeah.
then I was just fucking with him, and then he didn't tell he's dead, but he was okay for like 2. He chilled, whatever. But that's how I know it's real. Like you know what I mean? My brother and then my mom, whatever. But they're all okay, and that happened a while ago. And that's when I was about to travel. That's when I was like, all right, let me chill for a little bit. That was like December or whatever. So I was like, all right. But now I feel like everybody's getting whatever they need. Like it's getting a little bit safer now. But that's how I know that shit's real. Like I'm like, nah, I'm not bullshitting. Because I was fucking with him when he's on the phone. He's like, bro, I can't taste. I was like, bro.
How you can taste the blood?
No, cause that's what happens. Your senses,
Yeah, everything.
they said that's the first thing you can't taste. That's how you know. I was like, oh shit. I was like, bro, you got to.
Oh, boy.
Then he had to quarantine himself, all that shit. But so that's how I know. Like, I was like, nah, bro, that shit real.
That's tough.
But we don't want to end it on a bad note, right? So we got
Oh,
some gifts for
shit.
y'all.
Oh,
Right.
You ready?
Lit.
All right.
Alright.
Got this from my boy Zach.
We
Alright.
got this
So
one
looking,
from
man.
Hannibal.
Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas.
We hope y'all like it.
I'll be your helper.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be my assistant today, man.
I think we should get into this deliciousness that we have
You
ahead of
already
us.
know. You already know.
So I'll pray I get diabetes. Let's go. Are you guys ready?
You ready?
What is the thing on? 60 minutes flashing on there.
60 minutes fashion. So we're gonna make the custard first. Make that base, and then I'm gonna pour it in. And you be the assistant. You're gonna be pressing play.
I serve the
You know what I
base.
mean?
I serve the
You
base.
serve the base, man.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So first, what we're gonna start with is basic recipe. We're gonna make a vanilla base, which is the base for most ice creams. Today we're gonna make a sorrel ice cream. So obviously, my parents are Jamaican. I know, Vanessa's Jamaican, right? So
I'm from Barbados.
fan for Barbados, but I'm sure y'all drink sorrel too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we're gonna mix the sorrel with that vanilla base, and we're gonna make some fire today.
He said basic base. I don't want y'all to get this fucked up. It's not basic at all, all right? So I can take your ass to the corner store and get your $6 cup of Brian's if you want.
Go get that. But
Yeah.
we're making that heat over here.
We got that cold hotness over here.
All right, so first step, we want to have 2 cups whipping cream. You can get any whipping cream from anywhere,
We should have had you put the duct tape on the label so they can be stealing the recipe out here. These be stealing sauce.
Maybe still in the sauce.
You gotta watch out for the sauce.
But, I made over 500 flavors already. People don't even know.
That boy said 500.
That
That boy said 500.
during that 2020, that's all I was doing, man, cooking up. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm just giving y'all, one of the recipes.
Boy said 500 though.
And I get that whipping cream nice and thick.
I'm intrigued.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna rub it in a little bit. We're gonna pour it into our pot. Okay. That's that. All right.
We stovetop now for the real whippers out there.
Real whippers, all right? Yeah, we're gonna go with some half and half. About a cup. You can use whole milk. I like to use, whole milk when it comes to it.
About like almonds.
Got down.
So we can do caramel milk. That's how far in the Caribbean we
Oh,
can go.
okay. You're right here. Pour that in. All right. So that's our base right there. Then we're gonna add 1 cup of sugar.
We call it the Pusha T. That's the cane sugar.
The Pusha T right here.
Yeah, shout out to my VA club.
You already know. Right? So I'm gonna do 1 cup. Right? Using the finest sugar, not that regular stuff. Organic.
Organic raw.
I got that organic sugar.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Got a cup. Pour that in. Right.
Black owned businesses don't use white sugar.
All right, and the next thing we're gonna do right here, right, is put a teaspoon of that organic extract, right?
I don't want to say this actually.
Mm-hmm.
If you get this right, you are the man. Because I would have fucked this up.
Nah.
I'm just letting you know. Before you pour it out, I'm just letting you know. I would have told you spilled it everywhere.
You know, add a little bit of that. Might add a little more for taste. Right. Right, cover that baby back up. Right. Might add a little milk because I want to have enough for everybody.
Oh, more than married. I definitely might take 2 cups.
You
So
already know, man. It's for y'all to take home.
busy. Put a little cookie on the side of mine or something.
Right.
Shit me.
Right, so you want to put it on a low heat, right? Just enough, right? So that sugar can dissolve inside. Right? Got your whisk. You just, you know.
Show your wrist work now.
Yeah, show your wrist cooking. You know,
Wrist and elbows. That's all. That's it. That boy cooking up a plate right now. God damn.
Man.
Yee.
You know, flick of the wrist.
That's all.
Alright, so you know, go wait. Make it dissolve a little bit, make that sugar dissolve.
So do you know it's finished dissolving like when it starts bubbling?
When it starts bubbling, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And after that, you know, it's ready to go.
Alright, squid pro, right? In the middle of in the middle of your process, do you taste that all?
Oh yeah.
Like do you take like a
Yeah, I take a little at the end, after everything's fully dissolved, I always, you know, take a little.
make sure it's right?
Make sure it's right.
Alright, so I can smell it a little bit. It does smell like Haagen-Dazs French vanilla.
Okay. So what you smelling right there, that's
But fuck them though. Y'all out.
What you smelling right there, that's that vanilla. Which is actually founded by a black man.
Of course. Vanilla's a black bean.
Black bean.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
It's a black bean, goddamn.
And this is why it's, you know, it's very, very important that, you know, us black people know that, you know, the vanilla plant.
Pay attention.
Vanilla plant
The
was
vanilla extract is black.
black.
Don't let them fuck you up. Stop buying Haagen-Dazs. That is wrist work right there. He ain't hit the corner yet.
Come on, man.
Scrape the side, get the extra.
Over here, you know, just make it go for a little bit. Give it about, you know.
So it's hot first and then it's cold.
Yeah, so you're gonna get that sugar to dissolve, and then you're gonna put, we're gonna add the sorrel to it in a few.
Ice cream is the craziest process.
Put it in the fridge overnight, you know, to chill, you know, and then it's ready to go. You want to make it as cold as possible before you churn it.
Have you tried all? Have you used both methods of making ice
Oh
cream?
yeah. So I'm a big fan of both times. It just depends on whatever flavor I make.
What's your favorite method though?
Oh, my favorite method? Oh man, I gotta go with the Philadelphia style.
Philadelphia
Yeah,
style?
I love the Philadelphia style. It's my favorite method to make. But I mean, I like the French style too. It just depends on the flavor, because you know the eggs, it helps with crystallization, so it isn't like, you know, get those super big freezer burns and trying to
get
get
that frosting.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, I like that smooth, rich. You know what I mean?
I can put it back in the freezer and trust you.
Yeah.
I feel like when I open the ice cream for the second time, like after the first time, and it has like those little water, those snowflakes on it, it's over. Yeah.
No more.
Like, look at you.
Alright.
Deceitful bitch.
So here, you know,
Ice cream.
Alright, so let that sit for a little bit. And you know, I'm gonna have you taste, you know, test it a little bit. Yeah, test it. You know what I mean? You let me know if it's ready to go.
Check that out.
Let me know if the sugar fully dissolved.
Nah.
Alright.
I'm about to just put ice in that shit right now and drink it. The fuck?
Alright. So you know that, you know it's ready to go. Alright, so sugar's fully dissolved.
I just made a warm milkshake. This is amazing. This is amazing.
You know?
Put some crushed ice. I got my latte right there.
All right, so here we already got it to chill. Well, it's chilling for a little bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour it into our airtight container.
Ooh, one of those before.
You know.
Big Mason.
Right. Right. And it should be ready to go. You should be able to smell it and everything now.
Nah, I smelled it when it was on the stove when it was warm. You know what it kind of tastes like? You ever have like the vanilla Nesquik?
Yeah.
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 That's rich, actually.
Man, I had that since like junior high, man. Vanilla Nesquik. Right. So here, got some fresh sorrel.
Of course.
You know.
See the island people.
See them ginger flakes right at the top. You know.
Ooh,
right,
that's a freshness.
You know that ran.
I can smell it.
You know you smell that.
Well,
just gonna pour that in.
They go to remix, motherfuckers.
Right. You see that color coming.
There it goes, guys.
Purplish. You know, I'm gonna add about 3 cups.
You know it's rich because it didn't immediately change color. It still got that cream and that texture to it. You know, I can't wait.
You can smell it. You know, I'll make you taste a little bit right before we, you know, put it away to chill. And let me know if it's that nice consistency. Oh. All right.
For those of you who don't know what sorrel is, don't fuck the TV off.
Right. So go ahead.
We'll get more Caribbean friends. Let me see what this is about right here, goddamn. All right, I don't want to exaggerate, right? But this is really fucking good. Actually, give me another spoon. I don't want to be like I'm saying. Let me get a little sample. I ain't tasting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead, let me know.
Yeah, I was gonna say put more on that spoon. I didn't taste it first time, you know? All right, one more sample. So
yeah, man.
Nah, you know what?
You know, I'm not gonna get NYC TV, man. You know, this match for y'all, man.
Yo, that's really good stuff.
You know, so right
that's
here,
crazy.
You know, we're gonna cover it up. We don't lose that flavor.
That is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Make it airtight. All right. You know, we're gonna let it chill. But luckily for y'all, we already got one in the fridge ready to go.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Your mom should have whipped your ass earlier. She should have beat the shit out you. No offense, you know. We don't promote violence or anything like that, or any child violence.
No, shout out to mommy.
Shout out to Mama Love. You must have used the buckle style, boy.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
All right, so here we already got cream base with sorrel. Right, so what I want you to do right here, open that top for me. All right, cool.
Ready to motherfucker.
All right, so I'm gonna pour about half in. One thing about ice cream, we're gonna make sure there's not a lot of overrun. So you need the air as much as you need the ice cream. Right, so you don't want to put a lot of liquid inside. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pour just about half of this inside. Churn. Just go fill it up. All right. Lock it up. Lock it down. Right. Alright, so after that, I mean, just like, you know, listen to music, just press play on that machine.
Shit, you got to me twice.
Alright.
Just like music, I'm watching the video, goddamn.
We'll let that thing churn for a little bit. You know what I mean? And yo, in a few minutes, not a few minutes, but about 30 minutes, we'll have some fresh ice cream.
So it turns and freezes at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say that, Graham, but that's very clever. That's smart.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Alright.
So for you rookies, step your flavors up. Number 1. Number 2, if you haven't tried any ice cream from Cream World Tour, get the fucking tune. Get in tune. Stop buying white bread ice cream. That's it. I told y'all. Brian's out. Haagen-Dazs is out. Y'all all out. I'm not buying from y'all no more. This first one, I'm drinking this till summer. Then I'm gonna give me a new. I'm eating this till summer. Then I'm gonna give me a new flavor somewhere around May, June. Maybe some cookies that I like or something like that. Maybe something edible.
Come on, man.
That's it. I'm gonna need to get through my prescription to something. This
Come on,
is
man.
crazy.
Let me know, man.
So, thanks for coming through, man.
You already know, man. Thank you.
Yo,
Thank you so much, man. NYC TV.